Hey, welcome back to Sarge Streams. I'm Sarge, and I'm bringing music to the front lines to you guys today. And today, we've got Ren Money Game 3, the official music video. It is 9 minutes and 19 seconds. My man's on theater here, for real. So we're going to get into this here really quickly. But with that being said, please go over to Ren's channel. Show him any kind of love that you possibly can. Whether you're buying merch or just supporting the channel, liking and subscribing, or if he has concerts. And I do know that he has the Sick Boy album out. So please go try to help that in any form, shape, or way that you can. We're going to jump into this. Big fans of Ren on the channel. So let's get into this and see what we think. It's going to be a full production. I know it. Here we go. Nice piano. See, he's got the bag over his head again. Okay. Yeah. Oh. It's like a movie, man. It's like so this gives me a Phantom of the Opera type vibe, by the way. I'm just quickly stopping this. But also, guys, remember, this is a reaction channel. So I'm going to talk. I'm going to stop. You know, all those nice things. If you don't like that, please go see the original. Haunting. I like it.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to nurture the flame. 10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends.
So dad's teaching him basically that money is the root of all your success and happiness, and the more that you can get of it, basically, the better, even though we all know that that's really kind of greed and, you know, the root of all evil.
14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, investing product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns that truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23,
Wow, what a bar. If you manipulate the data, the lie will sell itself. Wow. Wow.
Real life of luxury, crystal and cocaine. 24, he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here, son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place.
Wow. So it sounds like dad's never happy, right? No matter how successful he's become, and he's exceeded normal people by leaps and bounds, dad's still never successful or never satisfied with it.
31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval. Moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34.
So he turned his life to keep making the money. Basically, he's now it's drugs, guns. Like he's a gun runner. He's a drug runner. He's all these things. I mean, as far as like, wow. Just to keep making more money and more money.
War with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
Wow, bribery. This is like a full film, man, really.
35, he gets a call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion.
So basically, dad died, and that was his hero, even though dad was super, like, unsatisfied and constantly pushed him to be, well, even better than probably he is or was. Now he's passed away. He's spiraling out of control with all the things that he was peddling. Wow. Okay.
Heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
So, because he was spiraling out of control, eventually he got raided and then got shot, and now he's bound to a wheelchair for the moment. Wow, man. Like I said, this is all of this is like a live action, like we're just watching theater here, literally. I mean, it's a music video, I get it, but like it literally is a created theme theater world that Ren has got going on. That's why I call him the modern day Shakespeare, man, because that's exactly what we're doing here. We're watching a play, a sonnet, whatever. Oh, I like all the other people with the hoods on.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41, he wasn't walking. 42, not walking quickly. 43, never running round the pavements of his city. 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold. But those riches turn to rubble when perspective evolves. Weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck the money and fame. Call the music.
Wow. Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's like, you know, we live our lives daily for, I mean, not to get all religious, but we worship money and people on TV and you know, athletes and all these other things, but we don't worry about our interior happiness and who we are and developing that. Wow. Okay.
This isn't entertainment. This is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community, it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution?
What you getting ready to do with that gun, bro?
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals were taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd if there's more money for me.
Wow. Yeah. See, I had mentioned this one time in, Anthony Oliver's video. Somebody went on a tangent. It was like, oh, you're not getting the message. No, what I was saying was this. You know, we all over the world, politically and all these other things, we fight about all this different stuff because we're all individuals and we, you know, a lot of people aren't going to see eye to eye and everything. But what I was saying is I wish we were above war and politics and the greed and the power and all these other things. If we would rise above those problems and just work together on something, you know, we could have so much more than what we've got now, where we're all like struggling power wise for this, that, the other. I'm not talking about socialism and all that crap. I'm talking about well beyond all of that. Okay. And like that's so far in the rear view mirror that you can't even see it. I'm not talking about any of that junk. So before anybody comes at me with some bullshit, I'm not trying to hear that. Okay. I'm talking about if we were like in a utopian state, which I know human race in general doesn't accept that as it is, because there's always somebody that wants more power or is greedy or whatever, you know, I get it. But I'm just saying it would be wonderful if we were building a life around all of us that supported all of us. There wasn't the war, there wasn't the power control issues, there wasn't all the, you know, the different issues that basically we created because we're always trying to be one step above somebody else in some way. Just example, take YouTube here, for example. My channel's better than their channel, or, you know, I do music reactions better than they do. I mean, it's, you know, I'm not saying that for myself, but it's just a simple example. Instead of worrying about that, why not build everybody up? Why can't we all win? Life's hard enough, as we all know. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff out in this world that we can't control, but the things that we do control is all about the almighty dollar. And it sucks, man. You know, I just wish we were that way. I know that's not how it is in the world, and I get it, and I understand that there's tons and tons of views and things of that nature, whatever, but like, that just, you know, things are the way they are. But I just wish we were above, like he's talking about, where we didn't have those problems. We had the problems of how do we improve our lives for ourselves and make it the more efficient life, make it the healthier life, make it the happier life. I mean, that kind of thing. But I digress. Let's keep going.
Then there's no future I see where the humans survive with parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.
Oh, wow. Where'd the rain come from?
45. Jimmy comes home out of the rain, soaking wet upon a wheelchair, drinking again. He is everything he wants, he is fortune and fame. He's a fortunate fool with an unfortunate fate. With a 45 caliber aimed at his brain. 45 a fitting number cause his age is the same. Here's the words of his father, it's such a damn shame. Then he presses on the trigger of a money game.
Woo. Wow, man. He could never escape. It sounds like Jimmy could never escape the words of his father, and that he never truly felt like it was enough. He could never do enough to please him. That is wild, man. And Ren is so talented with all these different things, man. It is super crazy, man. Absolutely loved it. Love this. I hope you guys loved it. You know, we're gonna do more Ren in the future as he keeps dropping stuff. This has been fantastic. Like I said, he's just like a modern day Shakespeare. He comes at all this stuff completely different than a lot of the stuff you see on TV when it comes to music videos and things like that. He's just on another level, man. I appreciate it. With that being said, please go over to Ren's channel, show him all the love that you possibly can in any way that you possibly can. And if you like my reactions, please do the same thing for me. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. We're always trying to grow and grind. And I appreciate each and every one of you out there for coming in and watching this video. With that being said, I'm Sarge. Eat well, be safe. See you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.